arrogant boys and girls my age. I'm Vietnam War era. I'm 76 years old. And these are the people that protested the wars. Oh, how dare we do this? And now these are the ones that are gutless little clowns. They obey everything the government tells you to do, and they hate me because I have peace and freedom rallies, and I don't suck up government crap. That's Woodstock. This is libtard land. Arrogant, 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 gutless people that want to tell you what to do.
Gerald Celente, the person behind the Trends Journal, has a remarkable talent for dissecting and simplifying complex global issues. He's like a seasoned guide through the maze of world events. If you're familiar with Gerald, you definitely want to hear what he's got to share this time around. Gerald took us back to March 2020, a pivotal moment in recent history when the world started pivoting towards digital money over physical cash. But here's where Gerald's frustration kicks in. He's not thrilled with the politicians who seem keen on keeping tabs on how people spend their hard-earned dollars. As of August 2023, a whopping 130 countries are in the process of exploring the concept of Central Bank Digital Currencies. Essentially, CBDCs are the government's way of safeguarding their position of privilege and, perhaps more concerning, exercising greater control over our financial lives. It's no wonder this raises concerns about increased surveillance, not to mention privacy and security issues. But here's where Gerald really drives his point. The preciousness of gold and silver, these two metals are poised to skyrocket in value. As the US dollar and many other foreign currencies seem to inflate endlessly, the need to safeguard our hard-earned wealth from the erosive effects of inflation becomes a growing concern. Gerald's advice is clear, but Gerald's insights go beyond finance. He raises an alarm about the brewing tensions on the global stage, particularly the concern of a potential World War III. The United States' involvement in conflict areas like Ukraine, while domestic issues remain unresolved, is a source of worry for him. Gerald suggests that a fundamental shift is needed. Countries should focus on self-sufficiency and reduce their reliance on global trade to prevent conflicts from escalating further. Before diving into Gerald Celente's insightful interview, subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up.
You look at the cover going back to March of 2020, from dirty cash to digital trash. They want to know every penny is spent because these low-life scum politicians never work a day in their life, and they want to get all the tax money that they can. So they know where you spent your money, what you spent it on, so bigs could control more, and that's all it's about. Total control, so they can steal your money and control your life. End of story. And that's why I say gold and silver are two of the most precious metals to have, because when everything goes digital, this thing is going to skyrocket. Oh, don't believe me. Ask the central banks that in the first quarter of this year, they bought 155% more gold than they bought. I have peace rallies all the time. Get virtually no, subscribers to the magazine and others, hear me on, they subscribe. No money from the billionaires. We're the billionaires talking about peace. Not a penny for peace in the billionaires. They can care less about peace. All they want is more money. It's all they want. We need a major peace movement, or else World War III has already begun. The United States just sent another $1 billion to keep bloodying the Ukraine killing fields. Over $130 billion of our money just went there since the war started on February 24th, 2022. $130 billion as the country's rotting in front of us. The roads are a joke in this country. The subways, it's a night in Calcutta. The bridges are rotted, homeless everywhere. It's a joke. But you got more money for the military-industrial complex. To me, the only way it's going to happen is when countries become more self-sustaining, self-sufficiency. They rely less on global trade and more on internal improvement. You take a country like Russia. They're doing it. All those companies that left Russia when the war began, Russia has they have the natural and human resources they need to be self-sufficient. China, same thing. America, same thing. But they sent all our jobs overseas for cheap labor, and only 11% of our GDP in the United States is through manufacturing. 11%. 70%, nearly 70% of our GDP are the people buying stuff, consumers. So countries have to become more self-sustaining, and then you'll be more peaceful. But look what's going on with Niger and the other countries over there in Africa, where they want to throw the French colonists out. And the French are fighting. How dare you tell us to leave your country when we're stealing your uranium than any other damn thing we could steal? How dare you tell us to leave? And I love the word that they use, colonies. Colonists. What colonists? You're murderers and thieves. So you're seeing these revolutions happening throughout Africa. And that's what's going, it's very important to watch what's going on there, because this is a symbol of the bigger picture. And people have had enough of Western hegemony.
Gerald Celente doesn't mince his words when it comes to his frustration with politicians whom he perceives as power-hungry and disconnected from the people's genuine interests. He's particularly skeptical about figures like Bernie Sanders, even suggesting that some individuals who champion peace might not always be what they appear to be. One of Gerald's notable initiatives is Occupy Peace, which he founded under the Trends Institute. A rally in uptown Kingston marked the launch of this national movement, and its overarching goal was to reshape American politics and prevent the potential outbreak of World War III. In essence, Gerald's message revolves around a profound disillusionment with politics as usual and a passionate plea for a more people-centric and peace-oriented approach to governance. Now, let's move towards the interview as Gerald's concerns touch upon the delicate issues of government surveillance and corporate influence in media, both of which have far-reaching implications for the fabric of modern society.
A rapist, why they murdered, stole, and raped. They're arrogant, demonic, satanic, evil people that are power-hungry freaks that want your control. Got it? I was the assistant to the Secretary of the New York State Senate at 26 years old. I've been with presidents, prime ministers, and princes. I've been on the other side. Wouldn't know what I know if I wasn't there. It's a freak show, and you got freaks running a country near you. Look at a little arrogant Gatzone Rothschild boy Macron. How can you get more arrogant and little ballers than that little boy? Oh, I'll tell you how. Come to America. Dead and buried. Biden doesn't know where he is, tripping all over the place. And Mitch McConnell, the Republican majority leader. Look over in the UK. Look at that prick, that guy they had over there before, Boris Johnson. The best cartoonist could not come up with more freaky a character than him. And now they got that other arrogant boy, Sudak, over there. One arrogant clown in a country near you. Oh, I forgot about Schultz over there in Germany. Oh, and Baloney Maloney over there in Italy. Well, that's what I said. It's America. America. They spy on us, everything they want to do. They do anything they want to do, they spy on you, and they make up excuses as to why they can do it. It's totally against the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment, and other amendment and others. But they do what they want. Look at the wars they lead us into. They do what they want. America is a country of gutless little people for the majority. There are the minority that fight. But it's the most of the people just swallow the crap. There's no middle class anymore in America. It's classless. Whether you got a job at Walmart, you got a job at Costco, you got a job at Target, you got a job at Home Depot, you got a job at Lowe's. There are no mom and pop stores anymore. This is the John Connally that took the bullet in the back, sitting in front of Kennedy, as the Democratic governor of Texas, that became the Treasury Secretary, a Republican, under Nixon, that took us off the gold standard. I'm making a very long story short. In one of my books, Trend Tracking, Far Better Than Megatrends, Time Magazine, 1989, I had forecast there'd be a new third party in America, and someone like Ross Perot would be the candidate. Connally read the book and he wanted to meet me. This is 2 weeks before the 1992 presidential election. We're parked out in front of the book depository, and he's telling the story of what happened that day. This is his first time back since the assassination. As we're walking back into the Anatole Hotel, I'm making a very long story short, he said to me, Gerald, I read your book. He said, it's a fine piece of work, and I know your heart's in the right place. But you don't have a clue what's going on. And neither do the American people. Because if they did, there'd be a revolution in this country. All right? The Connolly that took the bullet in the back that took us off the gold standard. You need more proof? These are low life. There's a couple of politicians, very few. You got that fat boy, clown of a jerk, arrogant scum who never worked a day in his life, been sucking off the public tit, plays as a peace candidate, Bernie Sanders. He loves the Ukraine war.
As we wrap up this exploration of Gerald Celente's concerns and perspectives, it's evident that he advocates for significant shifts in various aspects of our society, from finance to geopolitics. With that in mind, what actions do you believe individuals and institutions should take to address these pressing issues and work towards a more secure and peaceful future? If the video resonates with you, join our community by subscribing to our channel and enabling notifications with the bell icon. Thank you for being a part of our community.